Hello and welcome to all you Taurians out there. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for November for 2016, already November. And I mentioned in the last video that this month was going to have this huge aspect between Jupiter and Pluto, a very positive aspect, although it is a bit tension and it's not that easy. It is a tremendous sign that we are all growing very deeply on a very deep visceral level. And so it is with you. And for you, it has to do with the part of the horoscope that could have to do with work, could have to do with health. That's the 6th house. And then the 9th house that has to do with your vision, your belief, your connection with the divine. So let's get started. This Jupiter square to Pluto. Now Pluto, and this is super more important for you than last month because now your ruler Venus is involved. So last month it was Mars that started to activate this Jupiter-Pluto, and now it is Venus, your ruler. So your ruler will be in the very fiery, lovely 9th house, the house of traveling, the house of... and if you're going to travel around this time, you might meet very interesting people, connections that are going to be very powerful and intense. And if you're having a love interest there, well, it's going to be very exciting. And it's going to be, again, very transformative and intense. But how can this energy play out? Well, there are some different ways, of course, depending on your context. And doing these general horoscopes are so difficult to say the right thing. But let's have a look at some possibilities. So if you're single, for instance, and you're traveling, you could really meet someone that is really very charismatic. That's the Venus-Pluto, which is, Venus is you and Pluto is intense, and that someone is really transforming you and you're getting mesmerized because of them. So one warning is don't try to control them, don't try to manipulate these people, probably foreign people because it's in the 9th house, because then it's gonna backfire. But I think you are an earth sign, so you want to be real. And I think, therefore, a lot of you Taurians are going to feel the positive side, which is going very deep and going a very strong connection with someone from abroad, all related to your work as well, because Jupiter is in your 6th house. So you could be working with someone that is from another country or lives in another country, and that it transforms you. You are even a bit afraid of them, you could say, but you're going to connect with them anyway because they are so different from you and you learn so much from them, and they're going to help you with your work as well. Or it could play out a totally different way. For a lot of people, it will have to do with the way that they think. The 9th house is a mind house. So it could mean that that you are studying something that is really profound and that you're liking very, very much. That's the Venus-Pluto in the 9th. And at the same time, it's going to help you later on with your work, for instance, or teaching or learning, or even just reading some books that open up your vision. But it's quite a transformation that you're going through. So you know, we have those times, don't we, that we read something or we see a movie or we go on a traveling and we connect with something that, it's like, what an insight I have here. And it's quite deep and it's quite drastic. You can get in touch with metaphysical stuff. You can get in touch with astrology and having that wow effect of, my goodness, I understand myself way better now. And that gives you a tremendous expansion when it comes to you at your job or you with your health, because the 6th house is also health. And this all happens on 15 degrees. So 15 degrees of Capricorn, 15 degrees of Libra. And on 15 degrees of your ruler will be there at Venus at 15 degrees of Capricorn. There is a fixed sign there. That is called Rugbat, and which is a symbol of steadiness. You like that, you Taurians. It's the archer's stance. It implies steadiness and solidness. So if there is a sign that is really solid, in itself, it is a Taurian. So whatever it is that you're going through, whether it is a person that you are really fascinated by and that turns around your life, so to speak, or whether it is a study, whether it is a travel, whether it is an idea that you are really focused on, there, and when it is positive, so especially when there is a person, it means that it's going to last forever. So well, forever is a long time, isn't it? But it's certainly steadiness. Having said that, I'm wishing you all the best and see you next time. Bye bye. Another thing for you Taurus people out there is Mercury. So as from the 13th, around the 13th of the month, Mercury will be in your 8th house, and it's going to join with Saturn that is already there for quite a while. And this is deep thinking. This is also with Saturn there, your thoughts might be on very serious subjects and might be on things that you want to dig deep, and you're really focusing on that and exploring that. It squares up to Neptune though in your 11th house. So the Saturn-Neptune square, which has been going on for a long time, now is a little bit more loose, but you're still feeling it when planets go into those mutable signs, just like Sagittarius there. Mercury also squaring to Neptune also means like, okay, you can focus and you can be realistic on all these matters of the 8th house, which is deep thinking, which is transformation, psychological insight, but also which is the values of other people. You can think very seriously about this, but also don't think too seriously about it. Be a bit loose, have some aspirations, some more possibilities. That's the Neptune in your 11th. So that could be a bit of energy time sharing that you're doing between thinking really out of the box and thinking really multiple possibilities when it comes to your future. And at the same time, it can mean a very serious thinking about, on a psychological level, how you understand yourself better, how you understand your own anxieties, for instance, little ones or big ones, and how you can master them with your mind. That's mastermind. That's really the Mercury with Saturn, is mastering your mind. But not the rigid mind. You see what I mean? So it's like time sharing between being realistic in your thinking, being structured in your thinking, but not being too, you know, your mind being everywhere. Having said that, thank you so much for watching, and you dear Taurians, spread out these videos if you like them, and see you next month. Bye bye.